Welcome back to the Football Tour. Now today I am making the ultimate all-time Premier League 11, but I need some help. Instead of me sitting here and doing it all, 11 creators are going to be doing a position each. 11 players to pick, 11 YouTubers slash TikTokers slash footballers. Let's get into the video. I say 11 people, more like 10 because I couldn't get someone to do goalkeeper, so I'm going to fill in with Petr Cech. I'm going to start us off 4 Premier League titles, 4 Golden Gloves, the most clean sheets ever in the Premier League. I think it's over 200 clean sheets. Done it for Chelsea and Arsenal. Could say Van der Sar, could say Schmeichel, but Cech is in goal for me. Let's move over to centre-back, so we'll do pairing now. Reev, what have you got for us?
The best Premier League centre-back of all time, in my opinion, is none other than John Terry. Criminally underrespected for his ability on the ball, in my opinion. Could contribute with goals and, of course, was part of the greatest defence the Premier League has ever seen. The 04-05 Chelsea team, conceding only 15 goals in an entire Premier League season. JT, for me, is the GOAT Premier League centre-back.
And there we go. Thank you, Reev, for doing that, kicking us off, and I can fully get behind that pick as well. John Terry, perhaps going to be captain in the team. We'll see, but I'm not going to talk anymore. Tom, let us know who you've picked to pair John Terry. And don't be Jonas Olsen. Come on, Tom, please.
So, for my Premier League all-time 11, for centre-half, I'm sticking in Virgil van Dijk. Oh my God, I can't believe he's done that. Longevity, blah, blah, blah. Bottom line is, he is the best centre-half I've seen with my own eyes at his best in the Premier League. It's just as simple as that. Pace, power, heading, passing ability, reading the game. Unable to get dribble past for about 2 seasons. Can score goals on the other end. The man has the lot. He completely transformed Liverpool, who were pretty weak defensively. The signings of him and Alisson made Liverpool title winners, which they hadn't done for 30-odd years, never done in the Premier League. I think it's a pretty undebatable position for me personally. I'll give you the longevity argument of your Rios, Vidiches, John Terry's, okay, but peak for peak, Van Dijk is just a better footballer.
And there we go, Virgil van Dijk joins John Terry. What a centre-back pairing that would have been, by the way. Let's go over to left-back and see. Should we ask Paddy? Let's ask Paddy for the left-back.
Who was the best left-back in Premier League history? Andrew Robertson is not the answer because he's second. Ashley Cole is clear, unfortunately. But Robertson, very close.
I won't lie, you had me for a minute. I thought Robertson was in the team. I actually thought Tsimikas would have been in this team, knowing Paddy. But Ashley Cole takes his place, and I think that's the most nailed-on pick in this 11. Let me know in the comments, who would you have changed so far? Because I think it's all been pretty bob-on. Moving on, right back. Mitch, let us know.
So you've asked me to choose the best right back in Premier League history. It's easy. It's Gary Neville. Nah, I'm only messing. It's not that easy. You've got to give an honourable mention to a player like Kyle Walker. Strong, powerful. The pace is electric. He will go down as one of the Premier League greats. But you can't turn your eye to Gary, can you? 8 Premier League titles, 2 Champions Leagues, numerous amounts of FA Cup and League Cups, and whatever else he's won. Extremely decorated. And he's a player that is so underrated. He's downplayed his entire career because of the players that he's had around him. But do you honestly think playing under that manager, the most ruthless manager in one of the best squads, if he weren't that good, he wouldn't be keeping his place in the team? Nah, Gary's brilliant. Also, comparing him as a fullback then to the modern day fullback now, it's crazy. They're basically 2 different positions. But purely because of that trophy cabinet, Gary Neville has to go down as the greatest right back in Premier League history.
No one wants to grow up and be a Gary Neville, but I get it, the most accomplished right back in the Premier League era. I can't complain with that pick. Do we go to midfielders? Let's do it. Centre mids, let's jump straight in there. Joe, let us know. Rams?
Alright then, central midfielder I've been asked to pick. Hardest position. It's got to be the hardest position in this 11. There's so many options, but I'm a Man United fan. I've got to stick behind my boy. I'm going Scholesy. 11 Premier League titles, get your winners' medals out. 11 Premier League titles, over 700 appearances, was it 150-odd goals? Technically outrageous.
I think he was bang on with it's the hardest position to pick. Yaya Toure, Gerrard, Scholes, Lampard, Vieira, Keane, there's so many names there. And he went with Scholes, 11 Premier League titles. I mean, you can't say no to that, can you? What a player. He's in the team. Theo, one take bake. Let's see if this was in one take because give us a centre mid partner. I'm going to guess Jack Wilshere. I'm going to guess Jack Wilshere. Go on, let us know.
Right, my favourite centre midfielder from the Premier League of all time is actually probably Cesc Fabregas. But when you're making an all-time 11, it's a toss-up between Cesc and, for me, Stevie G. I think Steven Gerrard's one of the most clutch players ever. Like, I think he's so good. But for me, Fabregas makes my all-time 11, well, your all-time 11 for centre midfielder. His range of passing, he did it for Arsenal. He did it for Chelsea. He did it for Barca. He came on the scene at 16 years old. He could score solo run goals. He could do everything. And most importantly, he was a leader on and off the pitch.
I thought I got it with Wilshere, but Fabregas joins, Paul Scholes in the middle, and what a midfield pairing that would be. I mean, you wouldn't be able to get the ball off him. I mean, there was definitely a shout for Gerrard as well from Theo. But Fabregas takes it. There's the midfield spots. Let's go over to right and get a right winger. We're playing 4-4-2, Fergie style, Brexit ball. I can't imagine much Brexit balls going on with this team, but it's a 4-4-2 nonetheless. Callum, let us know who we're going with.
Best right winger the Premier League's ever seen. It's Clint Marcel. Easily as well. No, it's Ronaldo. And some people might think it's Hazard, but some people might be wrong. And some people think it's Salah, and some people belong in a mental asylum. Little Ron, one of the best players Premier League's ever seen, might be the best. Don't let his striker stint in the last couple months put you off. It's Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, inevitable, wasn't it? I mean, it was a certainty from start. Ronaldo went right. Thanks, Callum, for doing that. On the left, let's ask. I'm thinking Jonathan Morley. Okay, we've all seen the outrageous, outlandish takes on TikTok. Let's see if he continues in that fashion. I'm predicting Sadio Mane straight away. I've not seen this, by the way. Let's have a look.
The best left winger in Premier League history. There's a few players that you could possibly have here, but for me, it has to be Sadio Mane. And you might disagree with that, but hear me out. 111 goals in the Premier League winner, Golden Boot winner 4 times in the PFA Team of the Year, fastest hat-trick in the history of the Premier League, and he was also twice in the top 5 of the Ballon d'Or, including second in 2022. Name me another left-sided winger in the history of the Premier League who has achieved all of that. I don't think you can.
I mean, Giggs, Perez, Hazard even, Son even, but no. I don't know how that got on, by the way. Sadio Mane's in the team, and I, for one, am buzzing. Thanks, Jonathan. In all seriousness, I do think the left winger is the hardest position to pick. On one hand, you got all the accomplishments from Sadio Mane, but surely you go with Giggs if we're going for trophies. Hazard, arguably, technically the best player in the list, possibly. Son's putting up numbers every year, so was Mane. Perez offers something completely different and was part of that invincible team. It's a tough one. Let me know in the comments, who would you pick at left wing? And I will pick one of the comments to win a free mystery shirt. How does that sound? What we'll do is this. Give your all-time left winger and an explanation of why we should pick them, and the most liked comment will win a free mystery shirt given by Mystery Football Kit Company. Thank you for that. And just like that, we're on to strikers, the money position. They earn the big bucks for a reason. They score the goals, the hardest thing to do in game. Let's go to Mr. Josh Windass, by the way. Who's your favourite striker in Premier League of all time, Josh?
My favourite Premier League striker of all time is Sergio Aguero. I think I'd be right in saying he has the best goals to games ratio in Premier League history, and phenomenal player. I actually think the best of all time is Thierry Henry, but my favourite is Aguero.
Thank you, Josh, for doing that. Aguero, Shearer, Rooney, Henry and Bergkamp, there's so many names here, and we landed on Aguero, and I completely agree with everything you said. Bang on. And now we're down to one, the last striker, and who better to ask? Take it away. Roll VT.
The best striker in the Premier League is Darwin Núñez. Okay, no, it's obviously not. Okay, I'm going to say, as much I really want it to be Henry, Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney was the best. He was the greatest. When he was 19 years old, he was basically the best player in the Premier League. For 10 years, he was incredible. Won the Premier League 5 times, won the Champions League, scored outrageous goals. He was the best.
So, not Darwin Núñez, but Rooney joins Aguero in the strike force. Manchester linking up there. I mean, what a team this is, by the way. I thought people were picking, like, I don't know, their favourite striker who played in their first game they went to watch. You know, something that was, like, special to them. But no, we've built an actual solid team here with reasoning behind every single pick. Thank you to all the creators who have done that. And let's go through the team. Starting us off was me in goal with Petr Cech. Over 200 clean sheets, the most in the Premier League era. 4 Golden Gloves, 4 Premier Leagues. Play at the top level for two top teams, Arsenal and Chelsea. That's the only pick for me. In at left back, Paddy put forward Ashley Cole with a 74% tackle success rate over the 380 games he played in the Premier League, which is unbelievable. Over 100 clean sheets, a born winner, a top player, makes the team. Thank you, Reev, for putting forward John Terry with nearly 500 appearances to his name, over 200 clean sheets, a born leader again, and I think he would be the captain of this 11. Tom put forward Virgil van Dijk to partner John Terry, arguably the most complete defender the Premier League's ever seen. Player of the Year winner, Premier League winner, so instrumental to Liverpool's success in the last few years. Thank you, Tom, for putting him forward. Mitch put forward Gary Neville amongst a few other nominations, 8-time Premier League winner. You cannot go wrong with that. Perhaps controversially, Jonathan overlooked the likes of Giggs, Pires and Hazard and put forward Sadio Mane, a Premier League Golden Boot winner, a Premier League winner, over 100 goals to his name. What do you reckon to that, boys? On the other side, Callum put forward Ronaldo, of course, Mr. Reliable, and I'm not talking about Callum. Ronaldo was inevitable. Theo's favourite midfielder of all time in the Premier League was Cesc Fabregas, and you cannot argue with that. What a beautiful footballer to watch, so easy on the eye. The assist master as well, with a slight mention of Steven Gerrard in there. Unlucky to miss out. Thanks, Theo, for doing that. And partnering him, Joe put forward the born winner, the talented midfield maestro. Paul Scholes, 11 Premier League titles to his name. It's just unreal, isn't it? And up front we have no we don't, we have Wayne Rooney, 5-time Premier League winner, won the Player of the Year once I believe as well, over 200 goals scored, can't go wrong. And last but not least, the final striker position was Aguero, picked by Josh Windass himself. Thank you very much for doing that, mate. Over 180 goals scored for the single club Man City. The talisman at Man City for so many years, won the title for them at the last gasp. What a player. And that wraps up the Ultimate 11. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like down below and subscribe. Myself, Tom Garrett, and Callum Fowler will be posting on this channel 2 to 3 times a week. You do not want to miss anything that comes your way. Thank you for watching. See you later.